Good evening and welcome to a matchup between Thirwolf and Saver in round one of All Boards No Swords. I'm Fury SK, and joining me shortly, or perhaps a while from now, will be Panzer Dave. But in the meantime, we're going to get this one underway because I know this is a pretty hype matchup that everybody's been waiting for all week. So for those tuning in for the first time, go with a quick rundown. It will be 3 Triforce start. Important items in 9. Red candle as the white sword item. And hopefully a whole lot of trolls. First thing we should see, though, from these runners is looking for that Armos item, and then probably right after that looking for that red candle if it's on the overworld, somewhere easy to get. But we're underway. Dead Wood start, probably going to the Death Armos as soon as possible. Saber's going to check level 3 instead. Can't really blame him for going down that general direction. He'll be able to potentially knock out this dead end spot, but with 1 HP, it's pretty difficult to get through. Level 4 is underneath the Death Armos. May check a few rooms in. I don't think we've seen either one of the runners check the Triforces, but we do have the Triforce out of level 4 since it didn't show up on the radar. Thirwolf's going to try and get a quick item in here. Looks like we might have a potential for it, but instead it's just a transport staircase. Saber won't be too far behind in getting into this level 4, unless the Armos statue says no. This is probably one of the worst rooms for the triple trap, given that you're kind of forced into taking 1 full heart of damage getting through the pointless moat. So Thirwolf sacrifices that, and we through, only to find out that there's not really any progression to be had down there. Out he goes, back on the overworld as we find that level 1 and level 5 are the other 2 Triforce pieces we have. So 1, 4, and 5. Heart container number 1 on the board for Saver, gonna get him closer to that red candle. Lionel's still in the overworld, kind of a troublemaker on that specific screen, but makes it into that cave, gets around the Lionel's. Thirwolf makes it down to the dead end open cave. Looks like it's just another door repair. Skipped out on it, didn't need to read it all. Doesn't even have rupees to be stolen. We have a rather large, big secret of 134, so that'll take care of most of the money issues in this seed, regardless of what your medium secret roll. In this case, it rolled minimum, but it's not a big deal. Looks like Thirwolf now up to his 5th heart container, so 66% chance of getting that red candle if and when he comes across it. Saver's probably going to opt into the blue candle. I think that's a pretty safe play at this point. You saw how much money you got out of the large secret, and there's 2 more of those. We'll have to see how long it takes Thirwolf to find the blue candle if he doesn't buy it outright, but once he gets this big secret out of Vanilla Star Cave, he's probably going to make the same exact decision. Now both runners up to 5 heart containers, both on the same odds to get it. Saber's going to go through Candle Row here, see if there's potentially a dungeon here. Might be even a red candle behind the burn bush on Candle Row.
Though I ho.
In the meantime, we have a dead Panzer Dave.
Yes, very dying today. How is everyone?
Oh, I think we're all going to be much better than these 2 runners once this seed's done with them.
Oh no, is it that bad already?
No, not too bad. 134 large secret, 24 for the medium, so you get the best of both worlds, and segmented level 4 instead of actually an item staircase. That's pretty much all you missed.
That's wonderful. And I also saw Thirwolf buying a candle, like I usually end up having to do in these dumb things.
Yes, both bought it because they got their large secrets and like, hey, this is fairly cheap, we'll take this.
Yeah, anytime. Oh, why? Shenanigans.
All right.
I call poo-poo platter on that.
Yeah, it was all fun and games. Then you jump in, and now suddenly they have a wand. So now the seed's turned into a bit of a freebie, and we get the red candle right after. Why not?
Well, you know, maybe silvers are 9 behind 3 magical staircases. Like, hopefully.
Yeah, we saw a segmented level 9 posted in the Discord today, so maybe we'll get one of those. Those are always fun.
That would be nice. Apologies to my sound. I'm not at my house currently, and so I'm having to pull up Twitch chat on my mobile. I'm a mess. I am not feeling well. I'm a hot wreck today.
Sounds like Panzer Dave. Hey. Looks like Saber's gonna get back into the dead woods, check this open cave in the corner while he has the bomb. Never feels good getting down there without a bomb.
Oh, well. Thirwolf more or less finding the only thing of real value in 2 now. Also, there was a whole bunch of bunnies that could potentially be blocking things.
Perhaps. We still need a Triforce, that's kind of important. This bait block, however, is not very useful.
No. But there's just bunnies everywhere today. Or at least in level 2. So, for the randomizer, we don't have... It's not like Zelda 3 randomizer. We don't put restrictions on the glitches. Like, there's 2 major glitches that are in this game, right? Screen scrolling and block clipping.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of things that are kind of out of bounds. There's a way to really mess with the game and get a weapon in swordless that you shouldn't have, but pretty obvious when you pull it off since they'll show up in the A column and everything.
Well, and on top of that, it's a very specific... I would get out of that room, Thirwolf, and save that room with that progress. It's a very specific setup that requires a lot of requirements to be met.
Yeah, basically there's only a couple of very small ones like that that would ever be considered potentially not usable. A lot of the basic glitches are usable.
I would say that's the only glitch that I'm aware of that is level 5 at level 6. Fantastic. Saber's finding all the dungeons that he does not need.
Question in chat, is that accurate? 3 Triforces under 6 minutes? They do start with 3 in this flag set. The game logic doesn't recognize that they start with 3, so it's not going to, say, put a blocker item in 9 for one of the Triforces you have.
No. Also, absolutely wild that the only way to go was up in this level 5. Thirwolf finding that Tringle Dingle up there in the upper right corner in Ganon's room, so we know Ganon won't be in his room. Huzzah.
Yeah. Seems like this design level 5 is kind of normal these days, though, in my opinion. It's like The dungeons, now that we don't have to necessarily start in the bottom row, like to go all the way up to the top and just run across the top row.
Yeah, and okay, now that's unexpected. I really was expecting that block to push. And it looks like, oh, there's an old man telling us that the book is in level 10, which, yeah, J. Coper, the floor item was PB and 2. I really expected Saber to find a push block there, and instead he's just met with something he can't deal with in here. He's got to work his way up to the northeast corner of the map here.
Yep, and Thirwolf, having walked through the bait block, purchased a piece of bait, probably to try and manipulate some enemies at some point in this.
I was about to say I would still do that, even though I've seen the bait block, and it's just because you can manipulate enemies on in dungeons and get them to group together better.
Yeah, the only case I will make is it puts him at 62 rupees, which is a little bit low to be buying a key, which he has 0 of. So I might have decided to hold off a little bit and maybe buy a key first, but I can certainly understand making the bait play to try and manipulate enemies into the bait and make bombing.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, so the third X, to answer your question, when swords are removed, Ganon is now hurt by the wand. You have to be... I don't say you have to be more mindful of your counting and your bomb usage, but you do. Having the wand really does help eliminate that quite a bit.
Yeah, the other major change, I would say, it's not going to be noticeable right now, but the wand swaps into the important item category. And the reason why it's not important in this is important items can still roll to 9. Clearly it didn't this time, but it could.
Yeah, and the bomb upgrades, that's very true. So, scattered across Hyrule, and by scattered I mean in one of the dungeons, and in one of the overworld spots where Magical Sword would be, is a little bomb with a plus sign. Said little bomb with a plus sign increases your bomb count by 2, and refills it. This level 5 is going to be absolutely maddening for them, because that key door is the only way to go.
Maddening for them, great for us.
Oh, I know. Fantastic. Saber will... I'm thinking... Oh, yeah, Saber's getting his wand now. There's... Really... What the heck happened to that level 5? Okay, so I will disagree with this play by Saber. Granted, he finds level 9 with it. I would have stopped at that other Take Any Road and checked the Armos above. Always. I don't have the Armos item, I'm right next to it. I'm not going to want to explore without finding the other Armoses. And that takes me right to where I want to be.
Yeah, I can make a case for what he did. I'm a little bit surprised he didn't jump right back in after knocking out that corner spot, but...
Exactly, like... I get it, but at the same time, I feel like your Armos item's always more important than... Even though I'm always disappointed when I find mine, you know, it doesn't mean that it's not important to be looking for that thing. Yep, it's a very good price to buy that third candle so you can get the purple candle, which hurts guineas. Isn't that how that works? And see, this is the real problem here. Is the spawn pattern.
Yep, the wood arrows are purchasable at least.
Like, if I am... Like, this pattern's not changing. It's just not. He has to go left. Like, what you call it? Lionel always is gonna start there. Based on the spawn pattern. This is so sketchy. Saber thankfully is doing pause strats, but still, like, just taking a death here really sucks. So that's the magical bomb upgrade that people may get. Who knows?
Well, he's going to get a whole host of things here in a second, maybe.
Oh, and he gets the red candle, which is a huge boost for him, but he's still like... How do you even get over... like, this is the danger of doing this routing this way, and I know the other way puts you in a corner, but I would rather be in a corner than dealing with a screen that could potentially just do this all day.
And this screen's a bit of a catch-22, because if you try and come up the ladder to this screen, the chances of you making it up there are almost zero, so you have to turn all the way back around and go the same way you came from.
Exactly, and I bet Saver's now probably like, I really wish I would have gone up from that Take Any road and grabbed his wand, but he's got it now. He can start zooming through what he's found already.
Yeah, on the bright side, he'd lived through it all. If he would have died, there would have been a lot more regret, I think.
Oh yeah, well, as you were seeing, he was doing his usual pause strats, and that's always huge for him. He pauses so well, is able to read enemy movements better because of it. And now we're just watching them. Right. Hello. Are we shuffled? Coast Tart? Or, I mean, bottom Coast Tart on bottom Coast Tart spot? Like, is this. Hello?
Yep. Still watching Thirwolf, just he's not hit much of anything in the last 5 minutes on his overworld exploration. Looks like we may be.
Hey, look!
Pushing, yeah, we might be pushing a lot of dungeons into Death Mountain or blocked behind things.
Yeah. The upside for Thirwolf is he does have the push blocky thingy. Oh, ouch! That death. That death hurts a little bit.
Well, Thirwolf finds level 8, so we have something exciting to look forward to on his side. May find an immediate item. More likely to find an immediate staircase, probably, but we could hope.
Yeah, power bracelet. That's the thing, Stom. Yeah, I mean, you almost expect it to be a push block that early in a later dungeon. And I'm curious about this shape. And Saber's back in 4.
Yep, so Thirwolf level 8. I used to hate digging anything on the plus side, as this is the transport in 4 that he's about to see. But I used to hate it a lot more. Now, specifically in Swordless, when you don't have extra bosses anymore, it's just a key farm.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I also, I mean, even with extra bosses, I always dug 8 anyways, just because of the 2-item possibility. And it always feels like something's... what? This, I want a map of this 4, by the way.
Yeah, Thirwolf
And
gets...
8. I want maps. Let's find a book, please. Only problem is I don't think you pick up a book now. Oh, well, that's a shape for 4.
Thirwolf finds that his Triforce is key blocked directly. I would think he'll probably spend the key if he doesn't find something useful over here. But the bomb ball works.
He might get around this. Just kidding. Gabe's like, no, you're spending the key no matter what you do.
Hey, it refunds his bombs and gives him 3 more, so he gets something for his trouble.
It's a free Tringle. I mean, do you just bolt? Especially because level 1 is still outstanding with item-wise?
I mean, I think you do for now, but definitely something that I would come back to fairly quickly if it looks like a bunch of other Dungeons rolled enemies I don't like, because the enemy set wasn't awful.
No. Something Saber was doing, in that room to get around those traps that I would do that he did not do is, I would have used my Candle Fire to boost myself through the trap and save myself potentially 1.5 hearts of damage. Again, you know, not everybody... Hello, Whistle. We know we don't need to kill that thing, so...
Yeah, we may have finally found a potential staircase as well here, so that's nice. Saber has been counting basically every bomb drop that you've seen thus far. That's why he keeps bombing on specific counts.
Yeah, Saber's really good at counting. Yeah, Jacob, he has to menu twice, I know, but at the same time, it's probably worth it if you just don't die, right? Like, I feel like that's the argument you want to make there, is you don't die. Well, this is actually a pretty useful bomb hole, because it tells you that either the item is up in the corner or behind that one locked door.
Yeah, it seemed like he had. Maybe I was missing something. It looked like he had more rooms that he could potentially go through there, but he's out.
He did, but I don't know if it's key blocked. I thought he died in that dungeon once. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I thought. Yeah.
I don't know. I know Saber's died in the overworld. That's about all I've seen as far as deaths go.
Thirwolf finding level 9 in the upper right corner is just going to leave. Yeah, he did take a death in 4. And I agree with this play. Go back into 1. Oh my gosh, the key blocks are unbelievable though. True level 1 fashion.
Yep. Thirwolf does have enough money now to buy keys. I was kind of suggesting that would be a potential problem earlier. It turns out it won't be, though, because, again, free money with 134 large.
Right? Really smart play by Saber here. So this is a trick that you don't normally see. Or if you do, it's normally not seen. So what he did was he went up into a room and then up 8 out. And the game thought that he came in from the bottom. And so it was like, oh, that door should be open. It's the same thing as a pirouette. It's just you can also do that in the dungeons. And trick the game. If you up A after going through a certain door, it'll think you opened that particular door.
It seems to me like shutter doors really confused the game a lot on that entryway.
I mean, it's a feature of level of Second Quest. So of course it confuses the game.
Looks like Thirwolf's going to check out the power bracelet spot here. Gets his money stolen again. He bought wood arrows, so back down to next to no money.
Oh my goodness. Pardon me for just a second here. Ah. Finally getting dark in Texas that I need a light on.
So where are dungeons and where are all the keys?
The answer is the keys are always in 9, and the dungeons are hidden behind whistles.
Saber's gonna check the staircase out. I don't think Thirwolf did a whole lot of exploration on that side of the staircase when he was at 8, so maybe you could suggest that Thirwolf could have gone through a little bit of that early part of 8 and looked around some more after getting his Triforce, but...
Maybe. Hard to say.
Yeah, it's definitely not a really cut-and-dry decision that you should make. It's just a could have made.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this could be good. And it just really depends on how the flow of the level goes as well. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I had to get up and turn the lights on. I was quite literally in the dark.
And that's basically what we're at as far as the seed. We're completely in the dark with a lot of these items.
Yeah, this is turning out to be a very interesting way this is playing out, and I'm really kind of curious if that power bracelet is going to come into play now.
Well, there's a pile of logs on the coast.
Oh boy, a raft. Everybody's favorite thing.
And we may have found an item in this 8, and it's a different style of log setup. But
Oh,
we definitely
boy.
like this one. Yep.
Oh boy, that's definitely a find that is going to help.
I don't know if we've seen a ton that leads me to think it's absolutely required yet, but it's definitely something you love to see.
Oh, I mean, the thing is like, even if it's not explicitly required, it's such a helpful navigation tool.
Yep, so let's see if there's another item in this 8 that's very helpful, and if it's obtainable for Saber. He's already up to 2 keys, which is one more than Thirwolf left this dungeon with.
Yep.
As I say that, he goes up through this key door and replenishes his key count again. Thirwolf might be making a play towards Death Mountain at this point, starting to run out of locations to look at.
I mean, you kind of have to with everything that's been going on.
He's once again in a position to be able to buy keys if he so desires. We've also not seen the bomb upgrades yet. Those could be very helpful, especially if they rolled to, say, 4, 5, or 6. 2 bombs will take, but we'd love more. And wow, that is a large 8.
That is a very... But finding the ladder in there, in that large of an 8, pretty lucky. And if the second item in here is blocked by the bow and... no. Try this train of thought again. Blocked by the ladder and is a bow. You know, Saber's in a pretty good spot, I would think.
Yeah, looks like it's roughly 40 rooms, so... Definitely on the large size.
Ooh, this.
And this could be it, or it could not be. Who knows?
Oh, no, but I say at this point they're extremely thrilled to find keys, given how key-starved it's been.
Definitely want to find as many keys as we can in this little 8 before we leave. 5 now, so yeah, definitely climbing. Thirwolf, though, does find level 7, another large dungeon, so could run into a lot of keys in there as well.
Well, I don't think it's good, or just run into a ladder block immediately. Sure, that's fun. I think... Oh, man. I think it's just ladder blocked, but it may not be. He may be able to bomb south. Nope. Alright, well.
So going back to 8 is now quite important. However, he didn't get anywhere in 7, so he didn't waste much time in there yet.
No, and it's a required ladder, so...
Saber probably going to clean up this entryway now in this little 8.
Interesting choice not to bomb south.
Or to go up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at this point he's just booking it towards that Tringle. Figuring he's seen enough of this level, he doesn't want to participate in it anymore.
Yeah, I suppose it's fair. Again, I like kind of choosing where I go based on the enemy set in this, and Tektites and rather easy mobs all around. I think I would be inclined to kind of look through the last 15 or so rooms he's got left.
Yeah, I agree, and Thirwolf finding level 3 on Death Mountain as well.
So what Thirwolf needs to find, besides ladder blocks, is probably, I would say, any key's probably the most beneficial.
For him, yes. For Saber right now, not necessarily.
Oh, for Saver, it's probably just bow first.
Yeah. And it looks like, I mean... this just feels kind of bad that you're leaving and, like, don't leave now. I feel like you're almost pot committed to do the rest of this dungeon out.
Thirwolf taking a death in the reverse C room in 3, which I feel just never ever pushes for me. I mean, I'm sure it's just bias, but I feel like it always takes that level 3 property of having the item in the middle and says, "Nope, you're
Oh
not going to
yeah,
get this
no,
button."
I almost never clear the room in level 3 because I'm like, it's a drop. Why bother?
I think I'd certainly hold off on trying to clear it, given its enemy set at the moment, and look to see what else is in here. But this might be the one time where it is it, and then you'll feel sad.
Yeah, exactly. Or it could just be this Wizard room. Yeah, Saber deciding to go back in here, and I don't blame him. Oh! Well,
we're at 9.
That's a feels kind of really bad moment there, actually.
5 more until he can get Mags bombs, right? I'm kidding, of course. It's a 10 to 14 roll. It just seems like that also loves to roll up by a lot.
Oh. Man, it's always rough for me whenever I'm like, I can get magical sword. I have 13 hearts, and I'm like, and the game's like, yeah, no. Nice try.
So let's see. Saver's an 8. I'm going to say he's going to get up to 7 keys and then find the any key.
Okay, I can see that. I could definitely see that.
But this is definitely the move I would be making as well.
Oh, here we go. Get around the Gleeok.
Well,
nope, he only got up to 5 before he found it. I mean, you take it, obviously, but, you know, you feel kind of bad about it.
I was on the right track. I just didn't quite give it enough credit for how shallow it ended up being. I thought it was going to be all the way up in the corner, like just south of where he had been before.
I mean, let's also be honest here. The 8 had the any key. Is anybody surprised?
Yeah, what's interesting here is I don't know that Thirwolf has a lot left. I feel like he's really seen almost all of this overworld, and we're still missing at least 1 dungeon.
Level 6?
Yeah, I've not seen 6. I've seen 7. I've seen all the other dungeons we have Triforces out of, and I've seen level 9 in the top corner, so... unfortunately, Thirwolf's going to do the same trick that Saver did, but it's going to end up not really turning out to be much benefit.
Yeah, he's going to get another... He's going to be 1 heart closer to that magical bomb pickup. No. Thirwolf's like, absolutely not. He doesn't want the heart container. He doesn't want the... He just says, give me my stuff back.
Yeah, I have to feel like he's going to... Well, no, he's going to go to 4. I thought for certain now we were going to see some keys finally getting purchased out of frustration, but not yet.
I would have too at this point. Like, it feels really bad to go... You feel like you're also behind, right? When you're, like, when you're buying keys like this, and then you just have to deal with the fact that you don't have any. Like, you always feel so far behind, because you're not making progress in dungeons. He's getting ladder blocked out of existence. He's getting key blocked out of existence.
I'll say this. The dungeons on the overworld are fairly spread out. I mean, we have a dungeon way up in Death Mountain. We have some dungeons way up in the northeast. We have some dungeons down towards where we started the seed. So, I mean, the spread makes it to where I wouldn't be feeling so awful about getting my overworld clearance done and getting all that information. But once you run out of that and you just have to keep exiting dungeons, that's where it starts to really feel bad.
Yeah. Well, here we go with this, Yeah, no, you weren't... Sorry, Saber, you weren't getting past that.
Somewhere...
Yes.
Somewhere, either hanging out or on vacation or something, Big Slimy was smiling.
Right? Man, it's a good item, and you keep it, but like now, yeah, and absolutely right. Saber deciding to go into one to see if he can't find. My guess would be a whistle or a bow. Oh man, wanting to know how to get to Sesame Street. Click your heels 3 times.
So, does level 6 have to be flute blocked at this point, or is Thirwolf not seen every push block yet?
I don't know if Thirwolf has seen every push block. However, I know we haven't seen the other coast, the lake raft spot, right?
I'm not certain. I don't think we have, but
Oh
maybe,
boy,
maybe we also haven't seen Eastern Death Mountain.
maybe, and I think that's what he's doing right now. So,
but we got to be down to about 6 or 7 spots in total between the 2 runners left before we're out.
yeah. And more buns. I can't tell if they've rolled up or down. It looks like just normal. 5 hits.
Well, I already went on an adventure and counted the rooms level 8. I'm not going to do more math.
I don't know. I don't do math in this game. We already know that getting to the 10 count's impossible, so, you know.
Here's literacy, which gives us maps. You want to see a map of some of these dungeons, we're going to start seeing them.
I definitely agree. However, in Saber's position, the wand fire really messes with how I play. And so I typically won't take it unless... Oh, okay. Well, sure. I typically won't take a book unless I have a ring. Well, Saber's got a ring now, so...
So Saber's next play is to either look at the raft spot or go into 4, or both, I would think.
I would say probably look. I would look at the raft spot first, and just because I can get there easily, and then just sail back. It's a Octorok. You're fine.
Yeah, you're normally invulnerable on the raft, but if you throw the wand fire at the edge of the screen, you're still going to take it.
Yep. Thirwolf now buying keys. Flush Malkosh. I would definitely say level 4 is my next play. Oh, or maybe 7 even, if Saber has seen 7.
Yeah, could also just be looking for more things.
Oh, right.
Saber
Saber hasn't seen the upper part of Death Mountain yet, so...
Alright, Thirwolf going back into 8, which makes a lot of sense because he's been on a lot of these dungeons. The only other dungeon that would perhaps make more sense now with the key count he has is 1. But this enemy set is one of the most forgiving enemy sets that you can come across in this seed specifically.
Yeah. And let's be honest, it's a toss-up between where you go anyways. And, you know, it's just... You have 2 items and 2 items. And Saber's already seen the heart in 1. I mean, not Saber, Thirwolf. Has already seen the heart in 1, and he figures, I'm gonna go back and look for these items in 8. Which we know is the smart play.
Yep, both of these items he'll definitely take. I mean, he could even work his way up keys to 5 or 6, and he'll still want the any key just to no longer have to be worried about it.
Yeah, because there have been a lot of key doors in here. There really have.
Yeah, I want to say the first item's up here-ish, and the other one is down and to the right a little bit more, or something like that.
Yeah. Saber making probably the easiest purchase to ever make in these flag sets, which is the arrows. Like, I always feel like that's never a bad purchase. Well, and this is Thirwolf's salvation here. He has the ladder, but he also he doesn't know that the raft spots are dead. He knows what he knows about the...
He knows that there's probably going to be a blocked dungeon, and it's probably flute blocked at this point. So he's got to dig this for a flute, bow, silver, so there's no reason to leave.
He knows what he knows, Fury. Uh,
Well, hopefully he knows more than me.
Yeah, and Saber's gonna find, what is it up here? Levels 3? Level 3 and 7, I wanna say?
Thirwolf nearly dying to the Gleeok now has to not die to his Wandfire, or not Wandfire, he doesn't have that yet. That's Saber that's dying to Wandfire. Just gotta avoid the keys.
Interesting choice by Saber not to just up A and get his health back. I mean, I would.
Well, there's the up A.
There's sadness.
You know what's interesting? What's interesting about this 7 design, though, is you have that chance to bomb down. You'd think, given the map, he's going to get bodied by these Dodongos trying to get through this room.
So the Dodongos in this room are actually a pain to deal with.
Imagine Oko with that setup.
You just not quit and go back to reading a book.
You'd have to ladder clip like it's a tea room across the bottom and then escape, and maybe.
Then scam the top and hope they don't continue crossing over. Yeah, it was a very quick 8 for Thirwolf on his second go around. Oh, well, this is a room that exists.
Yep, and there's a non-zero chance that that's the item, and it could be something you need, so it's not what we wanted to see. Maybe. I think Saber's probably leaving, though. He's still got some dungeons outstanding. Notably, I don't think he's seen the bomb upgrade in 4. We haven't seen the item in 5.
Or 3.
He's not seen the item in 3. He's not seen the item in 2.
Yeah, there's so many things that are outstanding right here, and of course that doesn't die with one hit. Why would it die in one hit? Oh, this is such a painful room that I would never deal with that room unless I'm absolutely forced to. Like, that is my last room I am checking in the entire dungeon for the push block.
I think Saber just got bopped so many times that he's like, alright, I've had enough of this. We don't even know if it's the transport or the item yet.
Exactly. Like, it's one of those, no, just don't deal with it anymore. Oh! The P-hats take 5 million hits.
Yeah, always fun. So, we gave him a free wand, and here we are at 40 minutes, and we're still not too terribly closer to solving this, so...
No, because we still have a bow outstanding, we have silver outstanding, we have level 6 outstanding. Thirwolf now making his way without a red ring. I don't know how I feel about this, especially having any key now. I would probably have made a beeline back to 1, because it's right near start.
So, hear me out. The interesting one that you want to make, in my opinion, sometimes is you want to try and take the progression path, and I think that Thirwolf's hopeful that this early block in 7 led to a potential item, so he's looking for that path that he's hoping that maybe Saber didn't take.
I can definitely see that, however, the items in 1 are so quick and you're right there.
Yeah, I'd still go to 1 first, but instead of going back to, say, level 5 or...
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I feel like 1, then, you know... then elsewhere. Like, I always feel like 1, especially when you know, you're pathing around. You know you're blocked by keys, just go take care of it, get your 2 items, and call it a day. But of course, you know, hindsight is 20/20, and...
Yeah, in this case, the 1 play won't end up hurting him too much. He's fairly good at combat, so his death count's going to be low, whether he's green tunic or red.
Yeah. And this room's just, I absolutely hate this room with, the Wizrobes in it, because they cheat.
Yeah, but you can cheat him right back.
Yeah. Like, he logo fell down. Yeah, I can see that. I can also see that being like a square root symbol on its side, or a trumpet. Since Thirwolf doesn't have the map for 7, we don't know what to call it other than a hot mess. And Saber's just working his way slowly. Why don't you even... Oh, okay. I was like, why don't you have a what, old man? Well, nobody's sitting down except for, us.
I don't know, some of us stand while we commentate. It's not unheard of.
That's true. I get to be doing that soon, too, once the new desk arrives. Oh, this is such a... You feel so bad about this room. Oh, I don't think that counted as a kill.
Yeah, he's gonna keep going. It does look like it didn't count. I almost think if you're gonna do this, I might be inclined to just potion my way into a safety amount. Oh, these bombs are bait. This is a trap. Run.
Oh. Yeah, no. Unless Saber knows where he is on his count, then it's like, no. Just...
Yeah, I mean, I understand this play by Saber, but this is almost always an item for me, so I never feel good clearing this room.
The floor drop item, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, this is... I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, he did a fantastic job of clearing it. Oh, if this is the item, I'm crying a little. Oh. Nope, not an item. But 7 has the recorder.
Well, no, we know Saber's item is in this room coming up here with the double blocks and the whiz robes with no bomb count anymore.
Yep. Which is a blessing for him. Because if he gets bombs, I don't think he's going to want to work his way back and try to clear that room. I think he's just going to take his tringle and run.
But you gotta have heart.
No. What's on?
Thirwolf potentially has access to level 6 now?
Yeah. Whistling back to 1.
Wouldn't this be exciting if we magically got the bow and silvers in 9?
That would be fun, and then I'd probably get yelled at. It would be my fault. Even though I had nothing to do with the rolling of this thing, or blessing it.
I mean, in the end it's a bot, but we can go ahead and call the seed a Rickrolled seed. It'd be good, I suppose.
Yeah. Thurl's going to be happy going back into 1. He'll probably want to wish that he'd actually done that sooner, but, what can you do?
We have the Triforce in 3 for Saber now just down to 2 and 6. We don't know definitively that he needs the flute out of 7, but we're kind of suspect that he might at this point.
Yeah, has he seen 2? I don't know.
I don't believe he has.
So he, as far as he's concerned, he has two items outstanding. I'm going to be kind of curious about Thirwolf's take on this book here. He'll probably get it. It's just information, and I know I'm in the minority when I say I don't like the wand fire. But,
Well, specifically with... I mean, level 9, you always want that map, but he's also got another large dungeon left that he'll need the map for, so... With several maps left outstanding that you can really use, I don't think there's any way that you can really think about passing on it yet.
Yeah, it depends on how many dungeons and what's left. Because typically in 9, I find that map pretty fast. Let's see if 6 is under here. Yep, of course it is. That's not a big 6. That's like a normal 4 or 5.
That's a bit of a weird shape to it, so definitely happy to have the map now, I think.
Yeah, I would say so. The big question is, do you just leave out of here? If you get the tringle?
Given the enemy set I see right now, which is... I want to say this is not the Wizrobe set.
Oh, no. Imagine that! Oops!
I don't think you can with 2 items outstanding end up being this small, personally. if you were down to just bow or just silvers, I would
Yeah, you
probably
probably
gamble
would.
and go to 9, but I would be going back in.
Yeah, I would too, and it's gonna suck if it's a boomerang, right?
Well, you're hopeful that if it's a boomerang, you see the boomerang in like 3 rooms, and you're like, okay, this cost me a minute for knowledge. So what?
I mean, the first staircase is always transport, right? Always
Find out.
transport.
20% chance, transport. So now we go up to a quarter.
I always take the transport in these situations because chances are I go to the bottom. The bottom's a fast room. But, you know, it depends on how I feel about the dungeon, too.
Depends mostly for me on how awful the room is to clear that the staircase is in.
Easy room.
Now, I think, didn't he enter on the downward side on the left on both of those? Oh boy,
Yeah.
this is a room.
So one of them is going to take him down. One of them is going to take him elsewhere in the dungeon, potentially down as well, honestly. Could be a double separated room. Oh, well. That's your cue to just get the heck out of Hyrule and go back to start and try again, I think. Saber's continuing his overworld exploration, and he's going to find 2 here. So the upside is, he might Tringle and go. No, well, I forgot the item was like right there. Easy. Oh well.
Still didn't take him too long to dig that item out of 6. So
no, it's still is a kind of a feel bad item though.
Yep. So Saber now is going to probably check power bracelet spots and be really sad.
Yeah.
So Thurl's going to have plenty of time to check whichever dungeons he wants to. I think it was, what, level 5 left for him, and that's it?
Yeah, level 5. And then level 7, obviously, he needs to go back into. We don't know what's in 5. However, if Thirwolf finds a banana in here, he knows he has to leave.
Yeah, I think my decision would be continue digging 9 for the other piece and information on Ganon and Zelda's route.
Yeah, I agree. Like, you know you have to come back in, and it's a really bad feeling, but...
To my knowledge, to answer the question in chat, they started with 1, 4, and 5 as their starting tries.
Yeah, so yes, they started with 5 Strangle. Ugh. Mugger! So this is a transport, I believe, based on the room color.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost always a transport, but I don't know if that was confirmed or not.
I have not run into this room and not had this be a transport.
And yes, chat, that was Aurora after it exited the staircase. So we do know Gan's general location.
Oh, this is such a trolley bomb spot. Of course not. However, this could be a compass. 1 more bombs. Okay.
Hey, he refilled his bombs all the way back up to 8 from 0. So
That's
take
true.
those.
What does this bomb look like?
If you're gonna get trolled, at least get something beneficial out of it.
That's true. But Saber's gonna... what's it? The Heart Container 3 just feels really bad, but he knows where it is, so... I don't disagree with coming back here. But he's not going to be happy. So this level 9 at least looks to me like Zeromus. From Final Fantasy IV. As Saber clears this room, he's going to be mighty unhappy about this. This is just Yeah. I mean, you get it because it's there, but it's still just. And now he knows he has to dig. What is it, 5 or 7?
Yep, so he's going to go to 5. We'll get our answer as to what's in 9 probably before Thirwolf answers it in level 9.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. Where is level 5 anyways? Oh, this patch is just giving him the absolute business, even with Red Ring. Oh, man. This game never stops giving. Excuse me.
So I want to say Ganon then would be in the L column at the very bottom on the right.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot Saber needed to check all these, bots.
Still think 5 is probably his first play once he gets back into dungeons.
5 is in Vanilla 6's spot? Okay. Right. Thank you, Camion. I forgot about that.
He didn't check the grave one yet, right?
I don't think so.
So he'll end up having to check the grave one. Then his choice is to go back into Death Mountain and look for 7's item or go to 5.
Yeah, there's Ganon right below Thirwolf, and Thirwolf finding all the transports, taking them all so you can just figure out where these items are. Yep, good transport. Great game. Thanks. Eesh.
Hey, you think you've had a long day. Camion, who's tracking, I think this is his 3rd race of the day. He restreamed the first one, then has been tracker the last 2, so...
Oh,
putting in a lot of the miles today is Camion Renikai, our tracker.
nice. Look at that 4-way block just being bad. Well, there's the silver, so you keep going.
Yep, the Dream 9 is still alive.
Oh, interesting. This is an interesting update, I feel like. I maybe would have tried to explore a little more at the top right.
Yeah, but he's in a small dead end, I guess.
Oh, was he? Okay.
He was in a little notch. Oh, hey. There you go. Oh, man, imagine if there's a staircase to the other side of Zelda and the bows back there.
Right? Oh.
Come on, game, do it. Almost, it tried, it just missed.
Oh. Missed by 1.
Missed it by that much.
Yeah, now it's what, 50-50 that the bow's in here?
See, the other troll you can now root for is the Boomerang in 9, and it's back there somewhere.
Yeah. That would be a huge troll.
Well, this is a room. We're starting to run out of staircases to transport to. I think we've seen 4 or 5 of them, so odds should be good here.
Oh, it's a banana! Back to 5.
So he's going to feel real bad. Little does he know that he's gotten the order slightly more right than Saber has in this one.
I mean, this just feels like, to give you an idea on how good these players are, I would have been so stuck in this one. And... oh, there's the heart in level 5. Now, where the heck is this item at?
You see that bottom row, the very last square? That's definitely it.
Yep, definitely. Oh, here's a ladder block too. Nice. Yeah, I agree. The wand was big. And again, just not right ordering 7, because he was in 7. He could have pulled out the item.
More importantly, he's opted out of clearing the room that he saw earlier that had that push block, maybe by forgetting about it a little bit or just hoping that it's not the case.
Yeah, I agree, and you never hope it's the case there, right? As I said earlier, that is the absolute last room I would have dug and I would have lost, because I don't want to dig that room. That's such a bad room. Of course, then again, knowing, who commentating and or blessing things, everyone might have done that room.
I'll say this, there's some more people wishing to forget, and that's the people in the 0-1 group that are going to get one of these two runners.
Yeah, that is true.
There are no easy outs in this tournament, by the way. There's literally nobody that's free. Everybody's a good player, so you never have a freebie. But
no, absolutely not.
When you look at Thirwolf and Saver in the past, there's just enough wins there between the two of them in tournaments and in just pickup race volume of races.
Oh, look at this troll!
Scary.
Look at this.
This would
Magical
surprise
staircase
me.
to the bow. Magical staircase to the... Of course! Blessings have occurred today. I apologize.
No worries. He's not going to quite get the sub-hour on this full clear C, but that's still a really impressive time for a full clear.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, this is very... I mean, it just shows, though, how good both of these players are.
So unless Ganon gets really, really trolly, basically does to him what he did to Roost Slugs,
Oh no, I missed that.
we're looking at a pretty quick finish here. And yeah,
What
you should go
happened?
see that.
Oh no. Ganon just decided he was going to be a jerk, huh?
Oh, you know our friendly circle note rooms.
Those always feel bad to fight Ganon in.
We have a chance at one here.
We do. Thirwolf does have... I mean, I almost died with Red Ring. Because Ganon just would not appear on the correct side, and he was bumping into the wall weird. And
I'm surprised you didn't take that little freebie heart there. I mean, it's essentially an extra, what, like 8 hearts almost?
yeah, and he's got a potion. It's fine, but
Yeah, he's got potions. I don't think he's anywhere near trouble, but
no. But he also doesn't want to like this is a time loss to him. So you know, it's a little bit of self pressure. Just because you're like, I need to go. Oh no, this staircase is this is so bad for Saber, right? Saber's gonna realize that the push block that he saw earlier could be it. Oh man.
well, he's gonna get up an A. How many bombs does he have? He has 4, so it's clearable still up there if he wants to go for it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's not gonna matter too much, but
If he had gone to that room and dug it right away, he's at most got 1 of bow or silver, so he hasn't had the time to get both.
yeah. And there's a Ganon kill.
And then a nice friendly stroll north here, a couple rooms from start, and I think that's gonna do it.
Yep, I think so too. And I'm curious to see if she's accessible from the bottom.
I'm hoping for the friendly vertical.
Yeah. I mean, you're not required to scroll, but you're going to scroll in a ladder clip here.
Come on, get trolled by Keys and Bubbles. Let's go.
Well, it's happening. Kill him. Kill him, Thirwolf. Oh, this is how I felt playing against JSR when I was trying to do that ladder clip across. Like, just do it! GG to Thirwolf. That was...
You know what's cool is there's no bomb or there's no doorway to the left there, so that was accessible to the left.
Yep. It was a magical staircase, and it was the only one he was missing, I believe.
Sounds about right. Official time was 1:02:01. Same forwards as backwards.
Yep. We have a palindrome finish from a non-palindrome Thirwolf. This seed was probably... Like, for what it did, this seed was very good, and Thirwolf just decided to clear this room.
I'll say this. This was not the friendliest seed that we've seen with the wand start in all. I mean, it's...
No.
You thought maybe the seed was going to be kind because it gives you the Armos wand immediately, and then it's like, hey, you get to do all sorts of fun stuff, and you get to take 1 death so you ruin your don't die like Thirwolf.
Yep. And speaking of the wolf himself, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Did you enjoy full clearing that?
I was like, maybe I won't actually like full clear and I'll like be able to leave dungeons without looking for their items. That was my hope. And you saw how that went for me, so yeah.
How'd you like that magical staircase to the bow?
That was great. I appreciate that. Luckily I went that path first, so I don't know how bad the other path was.
I mean, obviously it just would have been full clearing the dungeon without finding your item.
Yeah. I appreciate even if I hadn't started with the Triforce was literally like forced on the ground in your path. So it's like, hey, take the Triforce and leave, please. Yeah.
Yeah, never mind that there's a bow in there.
Yeah. So how's Saber doing?
Digging 7 for the required whistle. And not wanting to deal with the one room that he has to deal with, so... To answer your question, Bright Beginner, no, we're in Swiss rounds. So there's 5 rounds of Swiss. Thirwolf will move on to the 1-0 category in Swiss, and Saber will be in the 0-1, which, you know, good luck to whoever gets Saber, because Saber's a beast. Yeah. Like, the fact that you guys are, the bomb upgrade's in here, and Saber's gonna be happy, but... Like, this seed, I was talking with Fury about this, and I was like, I wouldn't have finished this quick, because I would have done the same thing Saber's doing. I would have ignored that one room until I was absolutely forced to deal with it.
I think he had, if I remember correctly, he had 2 or 3 bombs when he went in there and just decided to grab the Triforce instead.
Yep.
And that room on 2 or 3 bombs versus what I think was like 6 or 7 for Thirwolf, I want to say.
Yeah, I had a hefty amount. And I was just curious to see what the main enemy was, so I kept respawning it just to see. And it ended up being the red guy, so I'm like, alright.
Yeah, and, you know, that's the trick for everybody who is watching, you know, respawn your rooms, see what's the main enemy. Because if you can deal with it, it's fine.
Yeah, so this is back and forth. The ladder in 8 was obtained by Saber. I would go ahead and say 10 to 15 minutes ahead of when you got it.
Not surprised.
And
I think about taking 8, but yeah.
And then he got the Innie key as well in that first dig through there, whereas you had to take the second dig back, and it also ended up impeding progress in just about every dungeon, the keys and the ladder both.
Yeah. One being double key blocked no matter which way you went was rude.
Yeah, and I do want to ask you, my curiosity here, when you got your Innie key, I was surprised you updated and did not go directly back into 1. Knowing that, you know, keys were blocked ways and it's 2 free items, essentially, with the loadout you had.
Yeah, I think Saber's about to realize his sadness here.
Yeah, it is sadness, because it's the one room. Like I said, I would never have cleared this.
I was expecting it to be a passage stair myself, just because I didn't have many other options in there, but...
Oh yeah, we all were. We were all like, oh, this is a passage room, because, hey, it's 7, you never get the item this early.
Yeah.
And I think something else that trolled this room a bit too was the fact that the Zol rolled up, so you can't just bop the Zol and run, bop the Zol and run.
Yeah, that was annoying. But oh well. You can bomb the Zol and run if you want.
Yes, you could definitely bomb. I'm surprised Saber's not bombing this red wizrobe. Like, I get trying to get multiple enemies in here, but, like, he just spent 3 bombs on one blue wizrobe when I would have just popped in and out and been like, okay, yeah.
Well, now he's going to have to get the blue and the red in the same bomb, which is doable. If you just go back down and camp that entryway there, you'll take a bit of damage, but you can get them both.
Yeah.
The blue will route down towards you, and the red will spawn 2, 3, or 4 tiles above you every time.
Yeah. This is... Oh, this is so unfortunate because this is just obviously it's not cooperating the way it needs to, and there's the cooperation he needed. Had he done the enter and exit trick, you know, he would have seen that the red was the primary enemy, and he's going to see it when. Oh, maybe not. Well, here comes the burning of the whistle.
Yeah, unfortunately, all the keys were on the left side, so he didn't get the classical bop by keys into the item.
Yeah. And, of course, you know, first place you're going to go is that whistle spot, and then Saber still, unfortunately, has a bit to go because he doesn't know that the bow's in 5. But GG Thirwolf, that was a fun race to watch. I got on a little late, leaving Fury by himself.
I know. I was expecting you to roll our seed, and you didn't, so it wasn't as blessed.
Well, I blessed it post roll.
Yeah.
Just my presence was like, yeah, that's a Dave thing.
What's funny is he showed up right when the wand was achieved by you, and we're like, man, go away, Dave. You brought nothing but easy stuff for them. Go away.
Easy stuff and still an hour finish this. Like I would not have called this seed easy.
I mean, full clear item knowledge, full clear overworld. Yeah, it's one of those seeds. At least 9 didn't. Well, the second item wasn't too bad to find.
No, and unfortunately, like you didn't find the banana first, so you know you're like, well, now I still have to keep looking.
Well, when I was at Silvers, I'm like, well, there's one other item, otherwise, or it's in 5. I'm here, might as well.
Exactly. Whereas if you've seen the banana, you're like, well, I could just go to 5. I know it's in there. I know one of the required things in there, and I can just come back later.
I would have gone to 5 first, but my thought was, let's map 9, and if I find something that's not it, then I can just kind of leave.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it turns out that there was a magical staircase in the dungeon that led behind Zelda.
Of course. Why wouldn't there be? Probably one of those I didn't take. There was one of those.
Yeah, I think it was the only one you didn't take either, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, this 6 is just... It's small, but it's annoyingly small.
Well, as long as you go left, you'll find everything.
Yeah, unfortunately you go right first.
Yeah, you go right, you're gonna find some sadness.
Yeah. Saber being forced to potion here rather than just up A and try again, and I don't blame him. You're the only time you're ever gonna really use this potion again is if you're fighting Ganon. I forgot how bad this 6 like easily trolls you too, right? With how many staircases there are. Because there's a total of 3 staircases. 2 of them are transport. One of them's one of them is the Fury SK special.
Yeah, we're turning back around now though to go get the Triforce. And then we're probably looking at off to 9?
I would say so, but, you know, it might be one of those, I want to clear 5 just to clear 5. It really depends on how he feels. Why are we going... I'm curious, what?
He's
probably forgotten that he picked up a book and ring in here.
I never saw the second bomb upgrade, so I don't know where that's at.
Not 1, that's all I know.
Yeah. I bet Saber forgot that he got the red ring out of here. It's been so long. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He forgot that he's already pushed his push blocky.
So while he's busy clearing this one, we have one more race left in week 1.
Who is it?
It's Stun versus Jam Evil.
Ooh.
And it's tomorrow night at 6 Eastern. We have commentary and tracking sorted. We're just trying to figure out where exactly we're going to put it up at, channel-wise. But that will conclude week 1. We'll get to spin the wheel and see who everybody gets for
the wheel of
2.
misfortune. Did you win yours, Fury?
Yeah, I went pretty fast against Shetty.
Oh, you had Shad? Oh no. I was busy at darts when they did the wheel thing, and I just looked and saw me versus Elendar, and I was like, okay, cool.
So level 5 is next. This will actually make it a little bit easier. You won't have to double dip 9 anymore.
Exactly, and now he has the map for this. There's no other way to say it. This is a monstrosity.
I was in here and had the book before, but that key door, I think, was the one blocker at that point. I don't think had gone to 8.
No, he hadn't yet. When he was in here, he just had the, we knew that it was key blocked, and nobody had keys their very first time into 5. So...
I guess that was the one interesting decision that you had, Thirwolf, is I saw you... The first time you had money, you bought the candle, then you bought bait, and then you bought wood arrows. All when you had 0 or 1 key, so what was your decision-making there?
I just don't like buying keys.
I mean...
I'm like, there's keys in levels somewhere. I'm going to be able to get them. And then when I gave up and bought 2 keys, I think, then I went into 8 and got the any key, so that was fine.
It always feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It always feels fantastic when you do that. And I guess the meat purchase was just to control enemies, but you never used it?
Yeah. Plus, I've been trolled by meat before, not having it.
You went through the meat room already?
Who remembers things like that? Not me.
You remember bad decision making. Not David. Not at all.
The hungry rope in level 2.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Totally spaced on that. I see like some sort of thing with text and there's not a bomb upgrade and I don't care. I'm like, whatever.
Well, looks like Saber's also not going to get trolled by this magic staircase in level 5, so get the bow, and we'll know that Silvers and the boomerang are in level 9. Just gotta hope he finds the Silvers first.
Yep.
And it is important that he finishes. There are tiebreakers. Max out is at 30. But, yeah, definitely want to keep on playing unless you just feel like the seed's just been brutal to you.
I mean, this seed was kind of that way.
In the end, I don't know that time is the first one. I think it's got a little bit more to do with strength of schedule or something like that. But I don't read the rules. Look at me. I'm an admin. Who cares about them?
Yep, just throw the rules out the window. Throw them down the highway. We don't need them. Where's level 9 at? Oh my goodness. Normally when I commentate, I normally have my own tracker, but I'm not even at my normal PC today. So,
Northeast corner is where we're
right, take any road. You could take any road there fast.
I think there's a little bit of frustration or flustering on Saber's part.
Oh, it's. I can guarantee you it's absolutely a little bit of frustration because this seed was just...
You know, what I miss is the frustration mouse wiggle that we got on stream back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you'd have the mouse on the screen, we'd be watching him walk into a room, and he'd have like 3 bombs left, and there'd be 8 blue whiz robes, and you just see the mouse wiggle back and forth real quick, like, what did I walk into?
Right, aggressive mouse wiggling was the sure sign of Saber's frustration. Also letting me roll any particular seed. I still think to this day that he's the only one that, like, I'm the only one he's yelled at.
Nope.
Oh, he's yelled at you finally?
No, I forget who it was that rolled, my seed where me and him raced. He yelled at them too.
Okay.
I think it was in addition to the Blame Dark Falls meme, if I remember correctly.
I gotcha.
But he's guaranteed his route to Zelda right away by clearing this room.
Yep. That's such a free compass. I almost said candle. It's like, nope, that's not a candle.
And I think this is his guarantee to knowledge of Ganon. Nope, I'm just full of baloney at this
This is
point.
guaranteed knowledge to the correct route to Zelda.
Also, could potentially send him in the right direction for silvers. I want to say they're in the little nook there in the eastern part of the dungeon, so he's a little bit closer than he would have been.
I don't remember where they were.
Yeah, it's the 4th room down under the 9. So that little crevice there.
Well, he's working his way quickly there, so...
Yeah, he's going to clear to the east first here. If the staircase sends him on a journey, it probably sent him to the northwest.
Oh, was this the one that he didn't take? Yep, sure was. Fantastic. And then Saber's just gonna...
Oh, there's actually 2 up here, so we missed 2 staircases somehow.
Well then.
I thought Thirwolf had 5 of them. What do I know?
I got 5 pair. Well,
4 pairs.
4.5. I have 4.5 stairs.
Well, the other half of the stair ended up in the same part. Oh, man. This game is something else. This patch was going down fast, though. Doink, 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 doink. Thirwolf, what's your opinion on Candlefire and Wand when getting this book?
If shapes is just too... Having the map for shapes is just too important, unfortunately. Because
Right.
I really do hate the Wandfire.
My opinion on it is if I've seen most of the maps already, I can deal with a Mysterious 9, because most of the time I will run into the map in this dungeon. Not all the time, but, you know.
I've had too many bad 9s. Even if it's only 9, I'll be like, fine, whatever. Give me this stupid book.
Yeah, I die too often when it's Candlefire and I don't have a ring, which, you know, thankfully the book and the red ring were right next to each other. But I still just, like, I get so frustrated if I don't have a ring and I'm just Candlefiring, because I'm very aggressive when it comes to this wand.
Yeah. You really want to be. Wanda's,
Yeah.
with its funky hitbox, it's so great.
Yeah. You know, and playing with the book kind of takes that away from you, because you can't get in close without lighting yourself on fire 1,000 times.
It's very unfortunate.
Saber's going to find out where Ganon is as well, and he also knows that this Mugger's here, and here's the transport with the Patra in it.
Mm-hmm. This was a quality transport.
Oh yeah. Fantastic.
I say that, but it did like give me like a billion bombs going through it.
Oh yeah. You were definitely running out of bombs, and then you go through this, and all of a sudden you're back up to 8 real fast.
Shoutouts to never actually forcing. At least not in, I don't think I ever did. I hate doing that.
I love it when I force a bomb. Because it's never on purpose. I'm walking along and all of a sudden a bomb drops, and I'm like, oh. I was like, that's not a bomb dropping enemy. Where was my count? My count must have been on 9. How do we get here? You know, shoutouts to the people who can actively keep track of their counts. That's why I don't speedrun this game anymore. Because counting is impossible.
Yeah, just give me my clock drop on a bomb dropper so I know where I'm at on that count, and I'll work with that.
The only upside to for me ever picking up a ring, aside from overworld studs, is the fact that I can get a quick 7 count on an old man.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Other than that, that boomerang's just, feels bad, man.
Boomerang came way too late in this seed. I was wondering if that bombed the Ganon.
Spoiler alert, it does.
Might go over there and give him a smack real quick. Nope, just gonna leave.
I don't blame him. Ganon hasn't earned that smack across the head yet.
You know what also makes me sad about Swordless is the flute strat's kind of out the window.
Yeah, and, you know, that's something that I've... Like, would it be worthwhile bringing that to A, because then you can also take away the wand and, with the
What
red
if
bubble
wand
curve?
went to A?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what if we just put it in the A button slot, and then red bubbles can now be useful?
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I think so. And also, I think we were discussing this earlier, the merits of potentially removing 3 Dodongos, because it does have the potential to soft lock you.
I'm curious about if there's a way to flag that as a boss. I don't know the limitations, but that would solve the problem in some ways.
It would. So would just removing that as a particular group for Swordless.
Look at you trying to remove enemies.
Yep.
Next you'll say, no P-hats in dungeons. I mean, come on.
I know, how dare I?
Oh, man.
It never land.
Give me the P-hats again.
No! Absolutely not. I refuse. Well, there's an alternate path to Ganon for Saver. Not what he wanted to see.
The other thing I want brought in is I still have the clip from Fred's programming stream where he got blackout on the overworld. I want that too.
I'd rather have that than P-hats in the dungeons again.
Yes, to both.
I think I saw a screenshot from Fred when he was doing developer stuff where like a Gleeok was south of a ferry in the south of the desert. Gleeok on the overworld.
Oh. Well, this should be Saber's Silver's here, and Saber is going to be very quickly beating up on some Ganon and rescuing a princess and probably yelling somebody's name in frustration. It's Fury's name, not mine for once, chat. I didn't do this. I'm going to get the blame anyways. I know how this works, but...
Well, Fury didn't do this either.
That's correct. This is Rick. I told you, Rick won't happen.
Oh, you weren't kidding when you said it, Rick. Oh my god. This is how tired and...
He missed the pun, Rip.
I missed a pun. Oh, man. Now I know I'm not feeling good. I missed a easy pun.
Well, making quick work again, and this is going to take at most another minute or so, because the walk is not very far from start.
No, the walk's not very far from start, and I'm pretty sure Saber's just going to clip.
The question is will he get trolled by Bubbles and Keys?
Like Thirwolf did, probably.
Stupid things.
That's got to be the worst, because you're facing someone real good, and you see the shutter door open, you know you're there, and you're just getting bodied by everything in this room.
And I don't like the North clip anyway, but I felt...
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Saber just showing everybody how it's done.
Yeah.
How not to get trolled by the enemies in the room. Reaching to Saber with, I'm assuming, a finishing time of 127xx.
126.59.
Okay. I'm not in the room, I'm having to go off of what I see on my screen. Oh boy, here comes the angry puppy.
So,
Ohio?
We have a saver. I think maybe Discord saved us from getting yelled at, Dave.
Maybe. Mike is either muted, Saver, or you need to plug it back in.
Plunging it in. That's what I see.
Ah, that would do it.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Ah, uh-oh. Oh, here comes our yelling.
Hey, Saber.
Hey, how's it going? GG
Oh,
on
just
that
fine.
seed.
GG. Go back and get the boomerang. You never found it.
Yeah, I was hoping I'd get it at this point. I kind of missed that. Instead, I got all 6 stairs first. That went down. That went horrible quickly. Just because I forgot one room in level 7. I'm like, yep, I did that one because I remember going back to it after the Triforce. Then there was nothing there. It was a troll.
No, unfortunately you didn't. And on top of that, when you were in there, turns out that the red wizrobe was the heavy enemy. So all you had to do is just keep bombing the red wizrobe,
Oh boy.
and you would have whittled it down to nothing.
It is what it is, I guess.
I'd argue that Thirwolf's mid-game onward was kind of hard to keep up with anyway, because I think by the time you got back to 7, if you had gone to that room first, I still don't think that you get much closer than maybe 5 minutes behind him. So it's hard to say that room is really it on its own.
Yeah, my end game was me going from the very left of Hyrule to the very right of Hyrule to the very left of Hyrule to the very right of Hyrule. I was going in circles, basically.
Yeah.
And then I had to revisit all the dungeons, and wow.
Yeah, he had to double dip 8, but his route to both items in 8 happened a little bit quicker just by the way he kind of cleared the middle as opposed to going to the top corner. So he made up a little bit of time there. Obviously made up time in 7. You both kind of made the same route in 5 and 6, so I don't think there was much to do there.
Which made me sad because that 5 troll was so good.
The magic
Level
stair
1 with
to
all
the
those
item.
keys. That's what I hated the most out of the seed.
Oh yeah, keys were just so painful.
You needed double keys to even enter one.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what the second item in 1 was.
It was the book saver. You got both book and red ring out of there.
I put red ring in level 4, so that's what confused me.
Or was the heart container you saw?
Nope, it was the bomb
4
upgrade.
was the bomb upgrade, yeah.
Oh yeah, 4 was the bomb upgrade, right?
Yep, that's what I was missing. That's why I was like, wait a minute, I'm missing something in 1. What's going on? And I can't figure out what it is.
Yeah, because they were right next to each other. We were talking about the merits of picking up a book with wand fire and not having a ring, and then both of you immediately go up and get a ring, and I'm like, well, fine. It's fine.
Yeah, even with the ring, I died a lot.
Yeah.
So.
It's
That
okay.
book fire, man. That book fire just gets you.
Oh, I hate it. It's the worst.
It's the worst thing out of here. The problem is the book is basically required when it comes to shapes. Like, it's mandatory for the most part. So you kind of have to get it.
I feel that way too.
Yeah. How does it feel to get a red candle in y'all's race?
Right next to the wand? That felt
Yeah.
good.
Because I still haven't seen one.
Well, stop playing Seeds where the raft is blocking it and the raft's in 9.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, that's what happened with one of them. Then with my race versus Elendar, it was either whistle or power bracelet blocked.
Yeah. There have been those two.
It's like, really? I was like, is the game punishing me for always choosing a candle over a sword now? Is this what we've come to?
Yeah, think of our 21 races, I think 4 of them had a blocked red candle, so it happens fairly often.
1 out of 7 seems high, honestly.
Yeah, it's rolled a little bit higher than it probably should. I would say maybe 2 out of 21 would be a more normal ratio, but
Based on there's 70-ish spots, and only 7 of them are blocked.
Yeah, but some of those spots have to be logically in check because the Triforces that you get for free are not considered part of the logic. So
Yeah. No, I get it. But it still seems, as you said, very high. But, that's just semantics and math, and we don't talk about math here. Nobody knows how to count to 10 except for Saver.
And I think the math is like it's a 7 and 55 to have the white sword blocked by one of the 7 spots there. So I would say 2 and 21 is actually pretty close to fair, but 4 is a little bit higher.
Yeah, by the way, Saver, you were doing an absolutely fantastic job of forcing bombs.
Thank you. I tried to yell as much as possible in my new house. 1, 2. I think it worked for the most part.
how is the new house? We're going to delve a little bit into the personal and not professional life of our runners. How is the new house? Is it
You hear the
cool?
echo. It's cool. We got central AC and everything now, so finally I can relax. No more 99-degree streams. Because it's funny because when I used to stream, it used to be in a room that had to be closed, no AC, always heater, and my laptop generates more heat almost than like the heater.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I still have to get a new computer because that's ridiculous. But either way, it was a comfortable race in here. But if it's very echoey, if it sounds echoey, it's because I have like nothing in this room yet.
No worries. I'm really glad you're in a place where central air is, because mine went out like 2 weeks ago. When we moved into the house on post, they didn't fill up the Freon in the AC. So we just flat out ran out of Freon in our AC, and it was 100 degrees in my office, and I was like, I can't work, I can't play games, I'm going elsewhere, goodbye.
Basically, at that point. That's how I felt before when I was racing. It's like you gotta go faster to get out of the room faster.
Exactly. That was a fun race to watch. I enjoyed that. I'm really glad I remembered to check Discord. Because I haven't been feeling well today, and so I was just napping all day. And then I woke up at like 8 o'clock looking at my messages, and I'm seeing like 5,000 messages, and I'm like, uh-oh, there was a race I need to go be on tonight. So, I'm really glad I popped out to see this, because this was a lot of fun.
Well, thank you for commentating, and thank you for the time. I will definitely go back and watch my misery. Like I said, the two things I think hurt me the most was number one, 7. I forgot that I didn't clear that one room. And number 2 was me going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I couldn't like route it in a good way to like use the take any's, yeah. Like every time I was somewhere, I was like, okay, I can't do that, I can't do that. And it was my second time trying the new feature for toggle swap. Is it called?
Yeah.
Or stop and swap? I like stop.
Yeah. We're now Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, I don't know if it helped me more or hurt me more. Because every single time I want to screen scroll on the overworld, I need pause. Because it's just so much easier to screen scroll with pause. But then when you're in a dungeon with Red Ring, and you need to switch between wand and bombs, it's good to have select swap.
And I think I can make an argument for just learning how to do the scrolls without pausing. In a situation like this, where it's like, it is a pain.
For me, I used multiple controllers. I'm using an NES controller for the past like 4 or 5 years. That the pause button is just right, but the D-pad stinks. So sometimes I have to hold down the D-pad like 5 or 6 frames for it to register a single frame. Sometimes only 1 frame, and then sometimes it double taps. So it's like, okay, so it's a gamble if I try to do a screen scroll. Will it work or not?
Yeah, if you notice, I generally don't screen scroll on the overworld unless it's like a key area to move into. I tend to walk.
It's funny, when I watch races, I'm like, if you just walk that, it'd be like twice as fast than trying to screen scroll. So,
and then we try screen scrolling anyways, I'm like, listen to your own advice.
What's that?
I said, and then we try screen scrolling anyways, and I'm like, why don't we listen to our own advice? Just walk.
Yeah, just walk. It's like, well, if I walk now, I'll lose more time, so I have to try again. Oh no, I lost more time. You go down the tunnel that way.
The downside of this overworld was you didn't have Pole's voice or Wizrobes on the overworld, so they couldn't beat you to the wraparound.
Yeah, how's that about it?
Oh, that's so bad. I hate that so much. It's like, let me scroll, bonk! I transition over to the next back of screen because the Pole's voice beat me to the scroll. It's like, excuse me.
Panzer, it's called a bunny hug. You gotta get those.
No.
Yes, bunny hug good.
No, it's dying.
Oh no, don't die. Just hug.
Oh, okay. I'm trying not to die today.
Alright.
Well, that was fun. Thank you guys. I really appreciated the opportunity to call this race with Fury.
Sorry, I just couldn't make it any closer of a match.
You're shaking off Rust, Saver. You once you get to brackets, then then it's go time. This is all just Swiss. It's
What is
fine.
it? I'm gonna use my mastermind plan where I intentionally go to a loser bracket and then try to defeat everybody. But I don't think we even have a loser bracket later, do we?
No.
No.
Dang, my master plan doesn't work.
No, we got to go fast in this one.
Yeah.
We're getting through this one, and then we'll be right up into SG Live
SpeedGaming
2022.
Live,
Yep.
Mhm.
Gotta move
So-
fast.
Because we got both offline on site in Virginia, and then we have the online tournaments as well. So all sorts of fun coming up at the end of this tournament as far as
And
SpeedGaming Live goes.
Speaking of fun, we have one more race occurring tomorrow, which is Stan versus Jam Eviler, occurring at what time frame?
6 o'clock restream channel to be determined.
Yep, so keep an eye out for that, everybody in chat. This has been absolutely fun watching two legends go at it.
Thanks for the commentary, restream tracking, and all that. You know, maybe I'll see you in the brackets, Saber.
Yeah. I wish.
Well, you have to get HN at some point too. He
Dude,
really wants you.
I want H-Gen so bad, but he's 1 and I'm 0. I have to wait.
All right, you got to get up 1-1 at least.
Yep.
Just get his 6 kids run around his house during his tournament race, and he'll go to 1-1.
Yep. That is
Okay.
true.
Just be careful. When you put us together, all of a sudden you'll have a 3-hour stream.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And the part that makes me the saddest about this is when I eventually run into Saver into the brackets, or later on, there's no reversed overworld. Sad.
Well, speaking of HN, HN was wanting me or you, so hey, HN has a chance at you, Thirwolf. I hope you guys get
Oh
together.
no. So I have to give him a loss so he goes your way, right?
Exactly. Let's rig the wheel a little bit.
As far as I can tell, the wheel is rigged based on a lot of the matches. So
We'll see. We'll see.
Oh,
Thanks,
man.
guys.
Yep.
y'all have a good rest of your day or night.
Will do.
Yep. Thanks again, Camion, for being in the background tracking. Long day for you, so we'll get off the air here. But Panzer, good night. Hope you feel better. Everybody else, hopefully see you tomorrow night at 6.
Yep. Have a great night, everyone.